Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of the DNVR Rapids podcast, and it is Winners Lounge. Let's go! Oh man! Oh boy, am I excited to bring you this one. I'm your host, Mitchell Carroll, and I am joined by the man who hates Dallas more than anyone.
It's true.
It's downtown Duane Brown.
What a beautiful night in Frisco, Texas. Just gorgeous evening. Our guy, Judgmental Jim, down for his birthday, getting birthday presents of 3 points. What a night. What a night.
What a night.
What a night for vengeance and anger and just a glorious FC Dallas loss. And an even more glorious Rapids win.
Rapids come back twice. They come back twice. They find the late winner. What a game. A brace for our Brazilian sensation, Rafael Navarro. And it's officially record-breaking watch time. He needs 4 goals in the final 7 games to set the club record for goals in a season with 17. He's on 13 now. I'm liking his chances. Really, really liking his chances on that one. Georgi Mihailovic needs 5 goals to set the goal contribution, or 5 goals and assists combined to set that record for contributions in a season. I like that one too. Lots to get into. Yaya is, I don't have a joke for what he's doing. He's just producing tonight, but he's there. And I'm sure he's having a great time. The Rapids go to Texas, man, and they did what CSU unfortunately could not do today, and they won. Really good one. Let's just start from the top like we always do. But first, we got to shout out the Toyota chat. Shout out to all the homies in there always. There's a Brendan vote signing in there before we even started. Let's go. Shane, Kevin, Salty Salamander, Amy getting in there first, Conifer, James, good to see you guys as always. Thanks for riding with us on a Winner's Lounge on your holiday weekend. All right, the game. An hour before the game, we find out Cole Bassett not starting. How'd you feel there, Duane?
I was okay with it. I know there was a little bit of fear, trepidation, if you will, on Twitter. But, the dude's run more than any other player on earth right now in the world of soccer anyway. He needs a break, so I was fine with it. I'd rather keep him healthy, and it's Dallas, so I was not worried.
Yeah, no, it's a little concerning, but like you said, he's run more than anyone. He was up there in total minutes played. Obviously I think he'll be off that now, this game, not starting, but he's up there at the top of that list. So obviously Jackson Travis gets the start for Sam Vines, Ronan and Loraz in the pivot, and then Lewis gets the start opposite Calvin Harris. How'd you feel about that?
It is what it is. It's either Lewis or it's Ollie, or not Ollie, Omir. And, Omir's fancier with the ball and probably has better control, but he can't get it in the net. And Lewis is not as great with the ball, has a truly bad first touch tonight, but he can score goals from time to time. So it's one or the other. I was fine with it.
Occasionally, both will find a goal. Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't totally feel on purpose, but, it happens. I think a deserved rest for Cole. Now they get the week off, so hopefully he'll feel pretty good going into the Portland game. Huge game. We're going to keep an eye on that score as they are playing Seattle right now. And it's weird to want the Portland Timbers to win, but we do. Get a little separation on the Sounders there. So the last MLS game the Rapids played was on July 20th. I don't know if you remember this, Duane.
Was that a big game?
It was a pretty big game. Cole Bassett scored a winning penalty to bring home the Rocky Mountain Cup.
That's right. When RSL lost the Rocky Mountain Cup, I do remember that. I wonder if they remember that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. No lies. It was a pretty fun time at the Richard. And then, you're right. Wait, was it LAFC? It wasn't LAFC. Mile High Hotspur says it was LAFC. I thought it was the Rocky Mountain Cup. Either way, it was awesome. Yeah, definitely last home game. Either way, bunch of stuff happened in between. League's Cup run, CONCACAF champion spot secured. Zach Steffen went crazy. He's now the owner of the country of Mexico. That's pretty rad. And then we get to play this game in Texas. So we started very quick. Second minute, Keegan had just a perfect pass to Calvin Harris in the corner of the box. I got to say, the first 20 minutes was amazing to watch, and that pass highlights it. They were locked in tonight. Absolutely locked in tonight. They were distributing, and Calvin Harris was a big reason why, because that right flank was he was getting into space and saying, "Get me the ball."
Georgie's long-distance transatlantic passes to Calvin Harris were incredible tonight on that right side. It was amazing. Those two were so great in the first half.
Calvin, man. Woo! You love to see it. But unfortunately, 7th minute, Dallas gets the go-ahead goal. And that sucked because it went off of Steffen's face right to the striker's feet. And that's dumb. I do not like that at all. Well, what can you do? What can you do? He wants it back. Didn't matter in the end, but very frustrating to have that be the goal that you give up after being goalkeeper of League's Cup, right? Yeah, bummer. But we move. But they immediately turned around and got a chance. Keegan had a pretty good had a good look at a shot from outside the box. It was blocked. Georgie got a header that just went over. But then Georgie again to Harris in the 10th minute. Harris is wide open down that right flank. He does that patented stop, puts the ball to his left, takes a touch, shoots it in. I think Rafa one-timed the shot, right? Because it was like a bending shot in and Rafa was there. And he one-times it into the keeper.
I don't know if it was off of Rafa the first time or
I think it was Rafa. Either way, it's a one-time into the keeper, pops up, Rafa heads it in. Bada bing. And you're okay. We're 11 minutes into this thing, 12 minutes into this thing, whatever it is, and we're going, baby. And good to see Rafa getting on the score sheet, right? Especially after he. You're right. It was off of Georgie. Yeah. That's my bad. It was Rafa. I was confusing the two. Rafa at point blank range in both of his goals tonight. I was confusing which one it was, which is where he wanted to score. So yeah, that puts him at 12 goals. That was exciting. It got really physical, really fast after that. Specifically, Ollie took a shot and was bleeding from the face.
What do you expect from FC Dallas? I mean, it's the same story every game we go down there. You're going to lose. So what do? You play cheap. You take cheap shots. If you can injure a Rapids player, they've been doing it since Dylan Cerna. It's never changed ever since then. It's why I can't stand that club. It's the same story with these guys. The faces change, but the story stays the same every time down there in that stadium.
Yeah,
it's enraging.
Yeah, it is very enraging. That's actually kind of the perfect word for it. They were pissing me off all night long.
Welcome to the team, buddy. Yeah. Everybody's welcome to the FC Dallas hate train.
I guess the one note we didn't talk about was Dallas didn't start their 3 DPs, right? So they kind of were also sort of resting guys. I'm not sure why, but that'll come into play later. That's just a note to get in there. Harris again passes that one over to Lewis. Harris again wide open on the right. Passes through to Lewis, wide open on the left, who takes the worst first touch I've ever seen from him. By the time he to the ball to get a shot off, it's blocked and sent away, and the chance is wasted. I was not happy with Lewis's game tonight, but absolved with 3 points, correct? Got to be fine. Ronan puts one over the goal. Man, that one...
That one hurt me.
Ronan should be a field goal kicker, maybe. The way he's kicking lately. His last 2 shots have
he's got the targets this way. Locked in.
Launched it.
It's just a height thing now.
Man, and then it was just Dallas running for the last 15, 20 minutes of the half. Was just Dallas getting the ball and going. And honestly, that's a pretty good game plan when you have the Rapids coming off of playing all those games in Leagues Cup and being dog tired and going down to Texas. It's hot, it's muggy. And I would be doing that too. And they kept blowing fantastic chances. They probably should have had 6 goals in this game if we're being real.
The only thing muggy about that game was FC Dallas.
Oh, nice. Look at that. From on high, our guy chimes in. That's amazing. I love that. The Rapids make it to half. Rafa's goal in the first half was the club's 51st of the season. That is as many as in 2021. They've only scored more than 54 times. The most in 1998 was 62, 58 in 2019, 51 in 2021. And they now have 53 this year with 7 to play. Pretty cool. My note was Apple win probability is down to 28%. What are we going to do?
Dude, that's the most encouraging thing that can happen is when an idiotic Apple probability graphic shows up, things are swinging the Rapids way.
Yeah.
I've never seen a worse graphic in my life. And I'm a designer. I see a lot of graphics. But that graphic is always dumb every game.
Dumb. Pointless stat.
Wake up, graphic. Don't sleep on the Rapids.
53rd minute, Jackson Travis is one-on-one down the right side in defense. He goes for the slide, doesn't get the ball, and Dallas duffs another massive chance again. So whatever. All's well that ends well again. Georgie got tossed down again. Right after that, he was getting his ass kicked tonight. He was it was hard foul after hard foul after hard foul. And I mean, he was irate with the ref by the end of this game. Even the announcers were like, he's really yelling at him.
He should be. He's lucky he didn't get punched by Jordy.
Yeah, you're right. Plus, Buzzcut Jordy is a lunatic, so maybe he would. Let's see. Musa and Ferreira come on in the 58th minute. And immediately they made an impact. It was one-way traffic for a while. I did like the answer from Armas when those two come on, right? He brought on Colin O'Meara and brought off Johnny and Ollie. I thought that was the right move there. I think that really kind of they didn't get the flow of the game back immediately, but you liked the chances to do so more, I guess. Let's see. Oh, have you ever seen a Rapids wall on a defensive set piece come up as big as it did twice in a row on one free kick?
That wall was huge tonight.
Big time.
I really thought Ronan on that first one for sending for that really bad foul he got.
Yeah.
He should have been on the floor, but they put the rookie down instead.
Yeah, of course. Of course Jackson was going to be the guy on the ground. That's so funny. That is hilarious. Stefan, man, he had that huge jump save about 64th minute on the corner from Dallas. He was good tonight. Of course, right, my next note is the Dallas goal, but not the best time to bring up how I thought Stefan was good tonight, but just a beautiful transition play from them. I don't know who, I didn't write down who had the assist, but Musa just with an absolutely perfect header. Lawless sprinting back kept him on side. He runs into space. There's nothing anyone can do on that. That's just beautiful soccer. I'll give it up. But that's the only time I'll give it up on this string. Ronan goes off. Yapi comes on. So you're basically Cole as the lone, like, true midfielder. Everyone else out there is attacking. I'm into it, right? Yeah, Calvin, Omir, 2 strikers, and Georgie with Cole behind that. So if you're going for a goal, that's pretty much the lineup you want out there. Let's see. Rapids. Oh, little Rapids penalty? Huh? Well, I'll take
drama, it. Little drama before the penalty.
Nice play from Yapi. Dumb penalty from Dallas. Just slid out Georgie from the back completely.
What do you expect? A guy was being a successful Rapid, so the call goes in. Hurt him. Garbage players. But continue.
I wanted Maxu to take the penalty, if I'm being totally honest with you, and he should have. Georgie takes it, saved. Cole is there, sends the pass back in. Hoffa tap in. Bang, 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 bang. That has to be at least the second cleanup they've had on a penalty this year. Maybe 3. Have they scored 3 times on missed penalties?
I don't know. I can remember this. I can remember 2 for sure.
Yeah. Whatever. We'll take it. That's the
brace. Follow the ball in, kids. Follow the ball in.
That's the brace for Hoffa. You love to see it. So he has 13 goals. At that point, he is responsible for 25% of the team's goals on the season. Percentage goes slightly down with the Yapi one, but basically 1 in 4 goals is coming from Hoffa, which he's your club record signing. He's your DP striker. That's a good stat. Love to see that. Yeah, he is. He's balling. But 5 missed penalties from Hoffa and Georgie. Don't love that. Don't love that at all. Like, at all. Stop missing penalties.
Yeah, I agree, but don't care. They followed it in.
That's true.
So Rafa didn't take the penalty, but he made sure he was there to finish the penalty. And, like, that's what you do. You don't sit back and pout about it. You go in and finish it off, and you crush the dreams of every FC Dallas player. What more could you want from your DP?
Nothing, actually. There's nothing. Kind of scary moment. Jackson Travis goes down, limps off. If he's hurt, and Sam, who we had no timeline on this week from coach, is hurt, you're down to 2 outside backs on this team. A little scary. Just a little scary. So we'll
you got Jones.
Keep an eye on that. Jackson Travis goes off, Calvin Harris goes off, Seb Anderson comes on, and Jasper Loffelson comes on. I thought he was fine. Not very involved, but made a couple safe passes and didn't take any risks, which is all you can ask for from your guys that don't play that much, just risk free. I thought that was exactly what we needed out of him. Man, 9 minutes added on. I was livid. 9 minutes. I was so pissed.
The announcers couldn't have been happier. I think I could audibly hear both of them pee their pants with glee when they saw 9 minutes. Unreal. commentators tonight, man.
Kept
Embarrassing
bringing them
work.
up so much in our chat. You were so pissed.
They were terrible. They were terrible. Look, man, we're homers for the Rapids, but our beat is called the DNVR Rapids.
Correct.
Those guys are supposed to be calling a game, and they wouldn't shut. A guy was, I mean, every time they got close to the goal, he just lost his mind and couldn't stop screaming about something's going to happen for Dallas. Oh, do you like Messi? I do. Who cares? That dude's not playing in this game. Shut up.
Do you know what did end up happening, though, Duane?
Tell me, Mitch.
Cole Bassett. Oh, no, don't. Georgie launches a ball deep. Darren Yapi with his freaking outside knee chips one in. And the Rapids win.
Love
See ya. Good night. See you later. Drive home safely. Pids win. Suck it, Dallas. Boom. How you like that?
Love that. Thanks for those 9 minutes. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we needed about
love it
5.5 of them, right? 6.
I'm glad they were excited about it.
That was amazing. We're going to get into some players of the game, moments of the game, all sorts of fun stuff there on the other side. But first, we are going to talk about our friends at Toyota, baby. We love Toyota here at DNVR. You know how much we love them, Duane?
I would buy a Toyota and drive all the way down to Dallas right now just to watch the sad faces on their fans and on their players. That's how much I love them. Overnight trip in a beautiful Toyota.
Well, DNVR loves them so much, we made them the official vehicle of DNVR. Look, why don't we all pile into a brand new Toyota truck and cruise down to Texas? That would be so fun. We could jump in the 2024 Tacoma. We could jump into the new and returning Land Cruiser, hop in a new 4Runner. Like, come on, let's go. I'm in. Road trip, Pids road trip. Toyota has 17 models with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, and they offer more low and zero emission vehicles combined than any other automaker. They have 16 different hybrid vehicles to choose from, like the Tundra iForce Max hybrid truck. And you can't forget the SUVs. They're perfect for city life. They're perfect for mountain life. Whether it's the RAV4, the Grand Highlander, there's a whole bunch, and they're perfect for you in Colorado. Visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of the Colorado Rapids and the official vehicle of DNVR. We are also brought to you by DNVR because we have a whole bunch of stuff for you to do this fall. We got some fun events. Now, this week, I got to do the Buffs tailgate before the win against North Dakota. And man, it is so fun. We have such a big, wide open spot to party in. Tons of games, music. We had illegal Pete's Catering this time. Who knows what we're going to have next time, but we had a ton of Breck brews. We had energy drinks from Zoa. We had Liquid Death. We had all sorts of good stuff. It was a fun party, and it's a great deal. You can park right there. So definitely go check that out. We also have a Broncos tailgate, and that is like the coolest tailgate you can go to in terms of it's a great deal because we have tons of good food and drink sponsors. It's in the perfect location right behind Sports Fan on Federal and 19th. So you can just look out over the stadium and all the other tailgates in the Broncos parking lot in downtown. And you have a bunch of great people hanging out and having a great time. And the best part of both of those is you can just get a season pass. Just come hang out with us. It's worth it. You save a bunch of money. You have a whole bunch of fun football season. More important than that, there's a Rapids takeover. The next time the Rapids play, because there's a week off, is against Portland at home. Get your tickets. You get to go from the DNVR bar to the C38 tailgate. You'll already have your wristband on. Walk up and grab a beer. Walk up and get 5 Dev Dogs. Yeah, just Dev Dogs on Dev Dogs.
Can I get them dead dogs? Can I get them dead dogs?
Look, it's gonna be super fun. Game ticket as well. So check that out. All of that, thednvr.com/events. Check it out right now. Okay, we are back. DNVR Rapids, hanging out, Winners Lounge style, and look at that. Yaya, thank you for bringing this up. Our new shirt is available. Up the effing pids. Just like Georgie said, up the effing pids. And you can get the shirt now, man. Go to store.allcity.com. Click on Rapids. We have 3 new shirts up there, but this is the newest and the brightest and the bestest. Duane, talk about this shirt. Tell the people.
Man, what more can you want than the legendary words of our hero, Georgie Mihailovic, emblazoned on comfortable cotton right on your
Probably
chest?
60-40, I would have to guess. 60-40.
Oh, I bet it's made out of clouds and wonder. That's how soft and wonderful this shirt is. Put it on. Get to Dick's Sporting Goods Park and let the opposing supporters know. Walk around town. Scream it from the rooftops. Maybe get a talking to from the authorities. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen when you scream wearing this shirt.
Just
There's
scream.
only one way to find out.
Get the shirt. Help us out. Honestly, I always say stuff like, this is how you can best support the show. You can become a diehard, or you can do, you can go to the bar, you can go to Takeover. This shirt right here, this is a huge way you can support us and what we do and help this show continue to grow and continue to get resources and shirts and merch and more fun stuff. It all starts with you guys. So go store.allcity.com. Check out the Rapids merch.
And it's
buy
my
a new
first shirt design for DNVR. So
Duane's first DNVR shirt. His first one.
Kid. Support the local kid.
Come
Get
on.
the shirt. We sell some shirts, then we get to design some more shirts for the Rapids.
That's right.
That's how it works.
All right. Players of the game. We're going to dive in here, okay? Who do you think was the player of the game for the Colorado Rapids in the whole game? Yeah, who do you think?
It's got to be Rafael Navarro.
Correct.
2 goals.
2 goals.
Also played really well.
He played 90 minutes, scored 2 goals, took 3 shots, 1.3 XG, 30 touches, 4 touches in the opposition box, and worked his ass off on defense, ran around, went everywhere. Man, that great game from him. The bounce back game we needed, honestly, because he didn't. I mean, he was involved in some scoring in Leagues Cup. He didn't miss the one penalty that was missed against America. I wouldn't say it was his greatest tournament, and he came into the tournament on a slump, right? He hadn't scored since he signed, right? Since he re-signed his contract as a designated player, as an official Rapid, no longer on loan. And we were a little nervous, right? We were like, when is it time to freak out? Well, guess what? He came back with a vengeance. 2 goals. Doesn't get better. Georgie, next highest player, 8.3. No surprise. And the magic number, 60 touches, right? It's usually what we say is about the neighborhood. He only had 48. He only had 48 tonight. And yet still, this is one of his most impactful games. It's 25 of 28 passing, so he didn't even take that many passes. But he made, he made all the right plays. He opened up so many chances to Harris down that right side. Probably should have buried the penalty. Doesn't matter because they scored anyways. But overall, just a fantastic game from him. And then outside of that, it's not a lot of good game grades. Cole gets the assist, Yapi with the goal. Jackson Travis, the only other player in the green. The rest of the defense, the wings, the holding midfielders, everyone was below a 7. It was tough. It was tough going for a lot of guys, but the ones we needed to make it happen made it happen. And that's pretty much all you can ask for, right? I mean, I thought Jackson was solid, absolutely solid. Needed to be solid. Outside of that big miss on the slide tackle early in the game, I thought you couldn't ask for much more. He had 49 touches. He was 24 of 32 passing, 86 minutes, 4 clearances, an interception, 4 recoveries. I thought he was good. I thought he was absolutely what he needed to be.
Yeah, I thought he had a really solid game. There was a scary time in the second half where he got cooked a little bit, but outside, didn't result in a goal or anything. So it's fine. With all of the concern about Vines being out for an unknown amount of time, he's the guy right now. So it's going to be him and Seb, and those are 2 guys that so far are showing up. That's how this team has been all season.
I have some stats courtesy of the Rapids, and I'm just gonna throw these at you, and you tell me what you think about them. Okay?
Okay. Well,
how's that work?
Math,
you into that?
So, it's math.
No,
crazy about
math.
it. So let's go.
Not math. This is not math. I will do all the math. Someone else already did the math. Actually, I just have to read, which is tough, but I'll try. Rapids have scored 23 first half goals in 27 games. That is the second most in the MLS. Do you like that stat?
I like it. I feel like we gave up 23 goals in the end of the first half through the same
in the last minute of the first half last year. Yeah, you're right.
So
Wallace Abubakar tonight was his 150th MLS stat. What do you think about that?
I love that. Love that guy. He's a fan favorite. He's great.
Yeah.
Announcers didn't have anything to say about him, so they talked about his hair. What they didn't say is that he's been a stalwart back there. He will sacrifice the body to get in front of the ball every time. Dude's been great. Everybody was sad, miserable about Bombi going away. Lawless is fit in perfectly.
Cole Bassett got his 7th assist of the season. He's at 9 goals and 7 assists. Is he going to be a member of the 10-10 club for the Rapids this year?
Ooh, what do we got? 7 left?
7 left. He needs 1 goal, 3 assists.
Oh, man. I think he gets the goal. 3 assists, only because assists are coming from everywhere right now.
Yeah.
That's what makes me a little curious. Not because he can't do it, but just because the ball is being shared so much in that category. I'm going to say misses it by 1.
So he goes double-digit goals, 9 assists.
Yes.
But if he can get to 11, he could still hit 20 goal contributions. So that's pretty cool.
Love that. I think he would probably do that.
Yeah, I like that. Darren Yapi scored his 3rd goal across all comps this season.
Love
all 3
it.
goals
Happy for the kid.
All 3 goals were scored in the 90th minute or later, including tonight's game winner.
Clutch.
He scored a game-winning goal against Toluca in the 96th minute, and his the icing on the cake in the huge win over St. Louis was also a 90+3, I believe. So those are the stats, courtesy of the Rapids. Thank you guys. Pretty fun. The game, I was ready to be so pissed. I typed and deleted. I just wanted to do a winner's lounge sad face so many times because I was so pissed about the way the game was going. And here we are.
I was angry the whole game. As soon as I saw Dallas run out on the field, the end of the Hulk movie or Avengers or whatever, and they're like, how do you do it? And he's like, I'm always angry. That's me whenever we play FC Dallas. As soon as the ball gets kicked off, I'm angry. Angry at that team.
You know what? Let's go for our I lost my ad reads. We need to do our UC Health Moment of the game. Pretty easy to pick this one, baby. UC Health.
Easy.
The UC Health Live Extraordinary Moment of the game goes to Darren Yapi and his 93rd minute chip goal with his knee into over the keeper, bounces into a wide open net, runs out with his arms up, looking like the king he is. Yappy hour was late in Dallas tonight. Love a late night Yappy hour. This team, and at some point in every Rapids game, the DNVR Slack starts to pop, right? At some point.
Yep.
Tonight, it did not go until this goal hit, and bang. That's how you know it's a big moment to me, because whatever is the inciting moment for everyone to pull out their phone and start getting after it in the Slack. And what a moment for Yappy, Duane. This is it. The 18-year-old kid, he has 3 goals this year. I think he's found something. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to start throwing out crazy goal-scoring numbers or anything like that. But as Yaya said, do we have our backup striker? Let's lock it down.
He gets Yappy goals, right? Like, Yappy goals are weird goals. Like, Yappy goals they're strange. Like, they're not scored with authority. They're scored with like just wackiness and weirdness that sometimes you have to do to get the ball into the net, which is commendable in my opinion. But 2 out of 3 are clutch goals, like just clutch. And I mean, that's a Yappy goal. Like, they're weird, they're wacky, and they're clutch. Like, they're right at the Yappy hour. They call it the 11th hour in Rapids language. It's the Yappy hour. When you need him, he shows up.
I'm really glad you brought up that they're all weird goals, because his first goal, the one that kind of finally broke the streak, he 5-holed the keeper and kind of duffed it. It actually was kind of a bad shot, and it worked. Yaya's here. Yeah, he's muted, so he's just teasing us.
I just want to say, man, we talked about if Yappy, don't let Yappy get one, right? Once the kid got one, the floodgates are kind of open. And now he's finally showing his full potential, and it makes me happy because that's just another Colorado kid that the Rapids look to the future, and it's another kid in the pipeline that can bring something like Bombi, that can keep creating this atmosphere the Rapids can grow off of. And I think it's just, besides Yappy growing into this, Chris Armas deserves so much credit for pushing him to the limits and getting him to where he is right now. Also, the Spanish commentators kept singing because Yappy, instead of getting mad that the Rapids scored. They want to play.
Because Yappy. Oh, hell yeah, that's good. His 3 goals this year, he 5-holes them. He cleans up the goal that was already going in, according to Georgie, but absolutely had to rush to. It was him versus the keeper. And then this one where he uses his outside knee to chip the keeper on a full sprint towards the end line. 3 strange goals, but that's what strikers do. They score weird goals.
He chased tonight in too.
Yeah.
If it had spun and gone off, he would have finished it. That's soccer 101, man. You follow the ball in. That's how that's how Yappy scored that goal. That's how Hoffa scores his goal tonight. It's just playing smart soccer. That's what you do when you're a forward,
Yeah.
These guys remember fundamentals, and I don't know if that's a Chris Armas thing or who, but you got to respect that.
Some night he might score a traditional banger where he shoots it with his foot and it goes really fast and hard into the back of the net. Tonight was not that night, but it was still our Live Extraordinary Moment of the Game presented by UC Health. If you want to join UC Health's Ready, Set, Co challenge, click the link in the show notes or go to www.uchealth.org/Ready, Set, Co. Man, that was Any other storylines we're missing from this one, Duane? We kind of talked about Jackson Travis, Yapi, Hoffa, Georgie. What are we missing here?
There's one more Georgie storyline.
Okay.
In addition to having a solid game, is how much I love him more. Seeing the look that I don't remember the player on FC Dallas. I don't remember any of those guys. I don't think about them too much.
No.
But
No
the
need.
look that he gave that guy, I thought that he was going to die right there on the pitch because of the daggers that shot out of Georgie's eyes. And let me tell you, like, this is a fun group, you know, like there's so much fun. You can tell they have a great time. They enjoy each other's presence. But you need that guy who is going to threaten to, you know, get stabby with somebody. Not actually, like he's not actually going to stab a guy, but he's going to have.
That's the next shirt.
He's going to have the look on his face that gives you the same fear as if someone is getting stabby with you. And Georgie is that guy. Like, he doesn't take any crap from anybody. And it's just one more level of respect and love that I have for Georgie. Like, it's like a little bit every game. And tonight's little bit was just seeing him, like, mentally holding himself back from just ending that dude for that cheap play. Incredible. What a moment. That's the second Live Extraordinary moment. Georgie Mihailovic.
He really does he has crazy eyes, bro. He has, like, especially with this buzz cut, he's giving the energy of, like, the kid at school that your parents didn't want you to go over to their house. He could only come over to your house, you know, because he could, you know, kind of like Sid from Toy Story, but like really good at soccer. And I love it.
But likable. Like, totally likable.
Yeah, yeah. Not
but
the
on
other
the field.
I guarantee
like
the other fan bases. The other fan bases don't. No, not at all.
The other players on the other team. You know, maybe after the whistle, you know, like when the Hulk leaves and he goes back to just being everyday Georgie Mihailovic and not the Hulk anymore. Yeah, sure, that's safe and fine to talk to, but dude, when Hulk's out, like, none of the bad guys walk up to the Hulk.
No,
you're afraid of him, you know, like everybody walks up to him when he's back to being Bruce Banner, you know, he's fine then. Georgie, man, incredible. I love that we have a guy that just radiates fear, or you should be afraid of us. Georgie's that guy.
Love it.
That's the other storyline. It really came out tonight, man, which was good because I needed someone on the field to channel all of my anger from the cheap shots, and Georgie did that. So I appreciate him.
The other thing I think that we didn't get to is we talked about Calvin Harris after the win in Philly. And we said, oh man, I think we finally found the opposite starting winger, lock him in. Tonight just proved that right. He found open spaces. He created dangerous chances. He was involved in the biggest moments when he was on the field. And that's what you need. That's why you have, you know, this guy was the second pick in the draft. Porg really wanted him in the draft. He went and got him after, you know, a season after, and he's fallen into this spot where, you know, once Cabral is back, you are really set. Cabral, Harris, Rafa, Georgie, you know, kind of running that attack. He was fantastic tonight. I'm very happy with him. I mean, he's your guy, so I know I'm preaching to the choir on this show, but
totally. Everything you said is poetry. You're doing a great job.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of stepping on our next segment, so let's just get into it. Let's get into it. The segment everybody loves. The greatest segment in Rapids podcast history. Flowers from the fellas. I believe it is my turn tonight. My turn to give flowers. You went first last time, I'm pretty sure. No, you're right. It's you. It's you.
Yes.
Go ahead.
It's actually Georgie.
Oh, so I get my guy anyways. Okay,
you get your guy anyway. There's my little gift to you. Man, it is Georgi Mihailovic. That dude just makes plays happen. You spend money on a guy and you want him to be worth that money. And Georgi has been everything that the club, the fans, his teammates have hoped he would be. His long passes up to a wide open Calvin Harris tonight were just right on his boot. I thought he might try to end a guy tonight. He kept taking cheap shots all night and would still bounce back up and keep playing the game. Everything about Georgi Mihailovic is so admirable right now. The dude is involved in every big play. He is the anger that this sometimes happy team needs to show some force on the field and to put the fear of Rapid Man in the other team. It's just the guys making it happen. And I'm just so thankful to have him on the team.
Me too. That's he was the club record signing until this summer for a good reason. That dude is a baller. He is very, very, very good.
Yep.
At MLS soccer, and I'm glad he's on our team and not someone else's.
Me too.
I'm glad you saved the flowers for me for the man of the hour, for the Yapi hour.
Darren Yapi for you, of course. Darren Yapi.
I know. We've caught them flack before because we were pretty hard on the guy. But when our job is to watch a game and talk about a game and talk about what chances could have gone in and what goals could have been scored and what impact could have been made and wasn't. Was it his fault that he was out there when he probably shouldn't have been? Should the Rapids have had a more legitimate backup striker to take a lot of minutes off him? Probably. But I think we were ultimately relatively fair. It took him a long time to find his feet. But he's 18. He's bagging goals that are
19.
Weird. He's 19. 3 weird goals. That means the normal goals are coming. And he can score in any kind of way, and you love it. You love to see it. This goal, for him to come up clutch like this, for the Yapi hour to become a thing, what kind of motivation is he going to get out of this? Now it's Yapi hour in his head. He's locked in. It's winning time. The clock is ticking. It's time for me to get in there and bag a winner, make an impact. We've complained about the lack of impact off the bench, the lack of game-changing guys, right? Like, who does the defense all of a sudden have to account for? What adjustments do they have to make when you make these changes? For the most part, it's a lot of like for like. Now you throw Yapi up, an in-form Yapi, you throw him up top next to Hoffa, and all of a sudden there's some problems, right? His hold-up play created the penalty. He gets the winner. Just an absolutely fantastic game from him. We love you. Keep it going. Happy to have you.
Couldn't agree more, man. Like, it's Yapi time, and Yapi hour is here. When it happens, that a game is being saved in the most clutch of ways, and I think part of it, even though the goals are weird, like, it all gets back to just not giving up on the ball. A lot of times it was just in previous years, a winger or striker would come down and try to get in there, but then it would fall apart and they just give up on the ball. The ball rolls out of bounds. It's a goal kick the other way. Yapi is a guy that stays with it and does his best to put the ball in the net. And now we've seen like 2 massively clutch goals from the kid. And man, it's awesome.
God, I love it.
It's great, dude.
This ending, or the progression going, when is he going to score? What's going to happen? For him to be able to score and then not have this end with them just finding some journeyman backup, whatever, and having it be Yapi and having it be Yapi hour. Man, it rules. Look who is in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the birthday boy himself, the winner, The Rapids even found him in the stadium and put him on their socials. It's Judge Jim, our guy. Shout out, man. Good for you
Happy
to make
birthday, buddy.
I saw a whole bunch of C38 regulars up there with him. I'm glad they had a great time. They deserved
on TV.
You were. I saw you. I turned to my wife and I was like, "Oh my God, it's Jim!" And she looks at me like, "Who?" Like, it's Judge Jim. He's a Twitter legend.
You're famous. You're famous. You're on TV. The sky's the limit for you, kid. You're going places.
What a night. Flowers to him. I'm sorry. I'm going to throw an extra flowers on there. Flowers to him. All right, Duane, you're up.
My next one is for my guy, Calvin Harris. We've been singing his praises the last few games, whether he's coming in as a sub or starting, and he should be starting. The Rapids are a different squad on the pitch when Calvin Harris is also on the pitch. All he did tonight was be wide open. I don't know what else you could want from a speedster other than to be wide open when Georgie gets the ball to you. Not only that, but to take it down and continue to just put dudes in the spin cycle and cut back really fast, make the defense look absolutely stupid, and then be able to get the ball right in front of the net. We've seen that move so many times now. Our guy Nick here at DNVR got like the best 3-photo capture of him just breaking a dude's ankle, switching directions. His finesse with the ball is something else, man. And he's always in the right place.
He makes that cut. He's flying down the right side. He pushes it backwards and left, stops on a dime, gets on his left foot. It's either a curling shot to the post or a pass across. He found Lewis wide open on the other side of the box on one tonight. He's been great. Lock him in as the starter. I don't want to see anyone else on that right side.
Yeah, he's got to be the starter. Yeah.
It's him.
He's having a hell of a season, man.
Enough said. Yeah. Simple as. Real quick, some interesting score lines out there right now going on.
Let's hear it.
LAFC currently losing to Houston in LA in the second half. Portland and Seattle scoreless, 51st minute.
Love that. 1-1 or 0-0 draw would be great.
And then Minnesota and San Jose tied at 1, 53rd minute. So Minnesota, Seattle, and LA could all drop points. I mean, over half an hour to play in all those. So whatever. But nice line, right? We want to see that. So those all work for me there. Okay, you left flowers for me for the 2 goal scorers. I'm not sure how I got them both going second, but flowers to Hoffa, baby. It's Hoffa. It's Hoffa. He's back. He's so effing back, dude. He is like he never left. Like he never ever left. I just 2 cleanup goals, whatever. Score him ugly, score him close, score him far. Just score him.
Care. Yeah.
He has scored a bunch of them, and he is on pace to break the record. Well, I don't know if he's still on pace. I'm not sure what the pace is, but he only needs 4 goals in 7. Only. Only. Right? But that's it's about right. I think he can do it. I hope he does it. He was where he needed to be all night. He was Johnny on the spot, and sometimes that's all you can ask for. You don't need to score a 25-yard curler. You don't need to have some crazy header. You just need to score. So, and that's what he did. Yep.
In addition to being everywhere and being the assist guy when he needs to be the assist guy, like being the defense guy when he needs to be that guy. Guys all over the place, man. He's incredible.
Did have one bad foul that I didn't like him doing, getting the yellow. Silly foul, and now one closer yellow to a suspension.
That's going to happen, though. Like when you have a team as dirty as Dallas, and they're constantly taking cheap shots, like you're going to retaliate at some point, and like you don't want to see it, but I give him a pass for that because it's just you can only watch so much garbage. Before you got to take the garbage out, and he took them out.
That's right. Good for him. All right, Yaya, do you have any flowers you want to give out? See if you can hop in here.
You guys missed out on my guy, Chris Armas, man.
Whoa, good call.
The dude has to be coach of the year, right?
Mhm.
Like, there's no
Absolutely.
what he's done, like bringing the bottomless pits to making them into the heartbreak pits. Like, how can this happen? Like, this team has no quit at all. They could have at 2-2. They just could have said, okay, whatever. Like, it's fine. Like, we'll go home with a draw. That's the point. We're keeping on track and making the playoffs. But no, instead the team pushes and they find that final goal to walk away all 3 points. When they're down 1-0, they keep pushing. When they're down 2-1, they push. Chris Armas has a team, well-oiled machine, man. There's no way that this guy is not coach of the year.
Wow. Couldn't have said it better myself.
He's created a squad that does not give up, ever.
Yeah, I mean, he has that dog, and through the power of coaching osmosis, his team has that dog. They don't go away. They believe they can find a goal, and they find goals. And it's his mentality. It's his coaching. It's his motivation. I mean, you've heard about how he talks to Yapi. Like when Yapi subs on, he says, show the fans that you care, right? Like he's teaching this guy to work hard. He's teaching everyone to outwork the other team, outrun the other team, outpass the other team, be selfless. This is a game that when you give, it gives back. And he has taught that. Go ahead, Yaya.
You said that perfectly, man. Like, he's taught the fundamentals, and he's taught this team how to have the X factor, right? Like, in some way, this coach figured out how to teach the intangibles to guys that didn't have them. Like, he figured out a way to teach the things that are not teachable. And that's why you got to give him credit for everything he's done.
Absolutely. Portland scored. That's good. That's going to keep that gap at 4 between them and Seattle. I'm into it. Let's go. All right, Duane, start plugging us out of here, my boy.
Hey, if you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. If you're watching on Twitter, jump into YouTube real quick and hit the like button. Where if you're not watching tonight and you're listening on Sunday or Monday or whatever day on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you listen to us, drop us a 5-star review. Every little bit helps us to continue what we're doing. Helps us get ad reads, and that helps us stay in business. And if you haven't done so far, jump into store.allcity.com, go to the DNVR page, get that Up the Effing Pids shirt.
Look at it. It's so beautiful. Come on.
You get it. Order it now. You'll have it in a couple weeks. You'll have it in time for the playoffs. You just have it in time to walk around, man.
You'll have it in time for the last 6 games, probably.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but just to walk games around town in a town that is going to be Broncos mania.
Until they're terrible, which will be pretty quick.
Yeah, maybe. But you get that burgundy around town, man.
Yeah,
this needs to be a soccer town. And that happens when we paint it burgundy. So get that shirt, get your burgundy on, get downtown, get all around, show them what's up the effing Pids.
Yeah, up the effing Pids. Store.allcity.com. While you're supporting the show, go become a diehard at thednvr.com. That gets you behind the paywall. There's tons of fun stuff. Adam's in there doing Nuggets video breakdowns, and you got Rudo doing fun stuff for Avs, and you got all sorts of every team is in there. You got college football. You got everything is behind that paywall. So go check that out. You get into the Discord. You can join the Madden League or the College Football League. You can do all sorts of fun stuff. It's all through there, and it supports us. It supports the rest of the network. We really appreciate it when you do that. More important,
free shirt.
Oh yeah, you get a free shirt, and you get a discount on more shirts, and you get a discount at the bar, and you get a discount on events, and all sorts of stuff. And it helps us out.
Get that Rapid shirt.
Like and subscribe. Yeah, you can get that Rapid shirt. There you go. Become a diehard. Like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter, DNVR_Rapids. We appreciate the support. You guys have been great. Thank you so much. The chat's been popping. Everything's been popping. We appreciate all of it. And more important than all of that, up the pits.
We all silly like the mayor.